In the quaint village of Gleeful Glen, where the sun always seemed to shine a little brighter, lived a man named Mr. Jolly. Now, Mr. Jolly was no ordinary gentleman, for his heart was not one of flesh and blood, but a marvel of clockwork cogs and gears. This marvelous machine, a gift from a wise old inventor known only as the Tinkerer, was quite peculiar. You see, Mr. Jolly's heart worked flawlessly, but only as long as his spirits were high and happiness filled his days. Mr. Jolly adored his life in Gleeful Glen. His mornings began with the cheerful chirping of birds and the laughter of children playing in the meadow. With a jaunty step, he would visit the village square, greeting everyone with a smile and a tip of his top hat. As long as Mr. Jolly was happy, the gears in his heart turned smoothly, ticking along like a delighted clock. But one fateful day, the azure sky turned gray, and a somber mood settled over the glen. A fierce wind swept through the village, carrying tales of gloom from the ominous mountains beyond. Mr. Jolly found himself feeling a little less jolly and a bit more melancholic. What if my heart were to stop? He mused. Determined to keep his mechanical heart ticking, Mr. Jolly embarked on a quest to restore his happiness. He visited Granny Whiskers, the kind old woman who baked delicious cakes. But even the scent of freshly baked pastries failed to lift his spirits. He tried the Rainbow Carousel, a ride so colorful and cheerful that it was impossible not to smile, yet today its magic eluded him. His heart began to tick-tock laboriously, a sound more like a reluctant grandfather clock. In his quest, Mr. Jolly ventured deep into the forest, where nature's beauty usually abounded. There he met Luna, a lively young girl with a skipping rope, basking in the simple joy of her play. "Why so glum, Mr. Jolly?" she asked with innocence in her eyes. "Oh, Luna," he replied, "my heart needs happiness, but today I can't seem to find a single spark of joy." Luna thought for a moment, her eyes performing a merry dance, then handed him her skipping rope. "Let's skip together," she chirped, her laughter infectious enough to pierce even the darkest clouds. And so, despite the heavy air, Mr. Jolly began to skip. He skipped and giggled alongside Luna, his coat tails flapping, shoes tapping rhythmically on the leafy path. With each skip, each burst of laughter, the color returned to Mr. Jolly's cheeks. His clockwork heart resumed its merry humming, spinning the gears faster and smoother than before. Joy overcame him like a warm hug, and suddenly, the sun grinned down upon the glen, breaking through the dark clouds. From that day forward, whenever the shadows of gloom attempted to creep into Gleeful Glen, the sight of a skipping Mr. Jolly, accompanied by giggling children, and the music of his heart filled the air. It was in the simple dance of happiness that Mr. Jolly found his heart's true rhythm, the one that echoed love, laughter, and the irreplaceable bond of community.